tea is gave
I
me
didn't know
life.
how big you wanted it, so I just.
No, this is perfect.
It's me, Gifts.
And it's the one and only Mr. Musty Facts. And
This
this
talks
talks
for
for
us.
us.
Ooh, it's been a while.
It's been a while. New scenery, new vibe. Going
New
into the new year.
year.
That's right. That's right. And what better way to kick the new year off, right?
Yes, we have the wonderful Sheeds right next to you. Hold on, let me do this right, y'all. Let me do this right. Rashida, aka Sheeds, Emmy and Golden Globe nominated, Spirit Independent Award winning, comedian, writer, actress, creative. You might know her from Jury Duty on Amazon or Southside on HBO, and so on and so on and so on. A Chicago homebred gangster, low key. Okay,
Gangster.
She's yay!
Go ahead, brush your shoulders off.
You
You
got
worked
to.
hard. You better celebrate them wins.
I was
I
trying to tell
definitely
you.
do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Do you wake up every day and be like, man, fuck everybody, I'm fucking nominated for? You know what I mean? Like,
Man, could you say it again?
do you wake up every day and be like, man, fuck these people, I'm Golden Globe nominated?
I really, I would say in the last, especially like 3, 4 years, I don't even pay attention to people. I'm like, so I'm for real. Like I really don't be. It's hard to explain, or is it? No, I know what I want to say. Okay, so I'll say it like this. I'm saying this in a very positive way. I be so focused on my own garden. I'm not worried about what somebody else got to say. It really be me and God in the trap house.
I know that's right.
And the only time I'm focused on other people is if I'm trying to speak life or lift some up, or if they, but other than that, I'm not letting what none of the outside noise. I turn the noise off. Shit, you know that from how I move on social media.
That's
You see
true.
me or you don't.
That's true.
So, but
And I
I
will say, you
do.
do definitely speak life. So like, you might not know it because she sent it to me a lot. Like not our page,
I get it.
but she tell me all the time, "Oh, y'all doing good. Congratulations. I like this. Don't stop." Like she is very positive, and she does speak a lot of life into us. So I'm thankful.
Cause congratulations to y'all by the way,
Thank
and
you.
speak that life because it's so like it's an abundance of podcasts. But that don't.
Sure.
But you have people out there who be like, man, I ain't gonna do this because sorry,
It's
they be
okay.
like, I ain't gonna do this because this they already got this. But it's like they don't have it from your viewpoint, or they're not you.
That's
Or you
true.
have people who be like, man, I don't want to do this, but somebody
Yeah. I know
you
exactly
can't
what
do
you're
that.
saying.
If as a creative, if I was to think like that, I would never get shit. I would never have anything.
That makes sense. Actually, we was just, when we was in the studio last, that was something that we hit on. We was on some of their podcasts, and it was like
Oh yeah.
we had so many podcasts, but it's your point of view. And I know at one point in time, considering we both had a podcast previous to this one, we were kind of questioning, do we really want to do it? What what comes from it? But you got to realize, authenticity is at an all time low.
It's at a low. It's that shit shot to hell.
Yeah.
We could just
I
be
hate
real.
that.
I do. It disturbs me, especially from someone. I'm like that. It's a part of my being. Like energy is my first language. Authenticity, all that shit. Like I just to go off of what both of y'all are saying. Do some people need their podcast shit taken away? Absolutely. Like, like
No,
not like I wasn't mad at Tyler Creator when they was like, "What was the first thing you'd do if you was president?" And he was like, "Take all podcast stuff away." And there were some people who was like, "Damn, he wasn't." But you know who he was talking to? It's like all the women bashing, the men bashing ones, the black, all that shit can go to hell.
yes.
But there are some out there like the Mel Robbins. There's something for everybody.
I
The
agree.
y'all,
I agree.
the like
I agree.
there's something out there for everybody with all the other stuff, but that shouldn't stop people from doing what they gotta do. So I will, because I sit at nighttime is when I do it. So I sit and watch y'all show. I may not see it when it first come out, but I'll
Oh
sit and
yeah.
catch up on all my people's stuff.
I like
I
that.
like that. So the only thing I feel about the creator comment is this. At the end of the day, I didn't want to podcast no more. This man really like woke me up. Like, come on now, you got a talent. Like, get up, let's do it. You know what I mean? But I realized once I started back, if nobody else listens, this is my
It's
therapy.
your
So like those people that's getting on and they they're just exposing their own insecurities. They're exposing their mommy issues, their daddy issues, you understand what I'm saying? Their lack, really. So if they want to continue to do that, we just don't have to hear
And
it.
that's the thing. We
but
shouldn't give into it. Like
That's what it
we
is.
shouldn't listen. Like
That's what it is.
stop giving, and that's why I agree with you. I always said the authenticity is.
Yeah.
We're in a time where you got people, to each his own, but you got people who just like the clout shit. 3 words I'm praying this year: content, clout. It just hashtag is so we're so consumed by it. And the shit that I see, especially out in LA, the things that I hear, where I try my best not to even engage with it. When people are like, yeah, because we could be like, it's been so refreshing being home.
Oh, yes.
Just because I'm out at places where people really, we just there for each other. We're real conversations, no phones. Like ain't nobody like because I gotta make this content.
Yeah.
Because I gotta do this. Can you do? Wait. Pick it up again and it.
Can you take a picture of my food? Let me take a picture of your food right quick. Let me see it.
Because you can't
It's crazy.
Moments.
I say you can't recreate God's work.
You can't recreate a vibe.
Yeah.
They try to, but you can't.
that's true.
One of my friends, this has been my friend since we was 5 years old. We went out yesterday. And I was telling Chanel, every time I come home, me and my childhood friends, by the grace of God, we have like a Chicago day. Sorry.
You fine.
I hope y'all edit that out.
We need to roll.
Chicago.
I've been doing this since I was a teenager, even on my own. I would just be a tourist in my own city because there's so much that you learn and you experience in the moment. And so when I got to her house, she was like, all right, you want to drive or should we get them drive? I said, no, we finna take a car. Like, why? I said, because that's going to take time away. Downtown? What?
No, baby.
Park, right.
No, baby.
So they like, oh, yeah, this and that. We get there. When I tell y'all we had a ball going to the Art Institute, then I used to work at, it's this place where they didn't even know. Most black people don't know about this place. I guess everybody can know, and that's fine because I want more of us to take up space. Where I'm about to say, the Chicago Athletic Association, I used to work there. After college, when I was in theater school at Second City of Chicago, IO, the Chicago Athletic Association is a like 6-7 star hotel on the Mag Mile. People don't even know about this place because it's a historic hotel. But it used to be a white men's hangout in the 1920s. You couldn't even get in if you was a white woman. But it closed down. Now, y'all go down a rabbit hole tonight because I did that when I first got hired there. I was like, what is this shit? And so they reopened it and refurbished it in like the early 2000s. When I tell y'all, I got the job from one of the CEOs of Second City. I was just telling her like, man, I need another job. She was like, I got one for you. You know, this is what I learned. I learned a lot and then give it to my people.
Thank you.
So she was like, she told me straight up her name is Heather Winter. I love her. And it ain't even too many white folks you hear me talk about like this. But the ones I do that are solid, they solid for real. And that's how we all should be rolling. Like,
And believe it or not, white people will put you on.
Look,
I hate to say it, and not enough of us do it the way we should.
but this is how we should.
This is how we should.
Listen to what this woman said, y'all. So mind y'all, I'm working 3 jobs. I was teaching it's for CPS. I was a mentor, advocate / teacher because, you know, once you get in CPS and they find out you qualified, they like, well, can you do this? Well, can you do that? I'm like, God damn, can you pay me?
They gonna hyphenate this shit at you. Nah.
Can you do lunch duty? No, because I don't feel like fighting.
Not fighting, child.
You had to know how to fight to do lunch duty in CPS. Them kids don't give a shit. When they swing, they just swing.
I'm a product of CPS. We can
Same.
relax.
But I'm saying, like, we from a different time where we knew to stop when it came to the gym teacher or a teacher.
That's true.
The new ones, I was teaching in there in like 2014, 2015, 26, it was the late 2015s, 2016s. Yeah, and they don't care. They would, but y'all, she was like, no, you have shows every night. You have this. She was like, you need a job where you can just go to work, and it's not more manual labor so that you can still maintain creative. And she was like, in that way it's nice, whatever. So she gets me this job. Y'all, I walk in and I'm like, where the fuck am I? You walk in, it's stellar. It's like some London shit. Like just
like
imagine
that.
the nicest shit.
I like that.
You go in there, you see it's nothing but white folks. You see some of them, they got like 5 lobbies, all this stuff. So I worked in the milk room and the gaming room. Now the milk room, it's not what you think it is. In the morning, it's a cafe shop for the members only, and then at night, it's a secret. What do you call that? What is speakeasy? And it's never been touched. The same speakeasy from the 1920s that these white men used to be in there. And then on the side, they were like, and they proud of the history. They're like, yeah, and this hallway is the same hallway from 1920s. When they had a little alleyway that the hookers used to come in.
Not the hookers.
And so he was like, if you go out this alleyway, it takes you out to the front. Gee, when I tell y'all, it's so raw. And so I worked in the milk room. So at night, we would flip the room and you lock the door because you rent it out. You can you have to buy a tasting. And like when I tell you bachelor parties, Amex cards, I would leave there with like, because mind y'all, peep what she was doing. I would leave there with like $500 in tips because they don't care. They're in there. You're doing what they don't care. Then the gaming room next door, you literally could eat it. It's this big hall full of like basketball hoops, checkers, chess. When you're sitting down, they have the chess tables flipped. It's so nice. Then they have the cherry circle room. Look like some shit off Goodfellas.
I need to be there.
So no, you do need to. It's on Michigan Avenue, right across from the Artist Institute. When you can even ask one, they'll be like, it's right there. And it don't say Chicago Athletic Association outside. You just gotta know. That's how cold. Just like Rolls Royce, you just gotta know.
You just gotta know.
That's how you know shit is exclusive. So y'all, I'm there. I tell my homegirls, I'm like, yo, because they was like, oh, we want to take you here, but it's closed. And then my whole everything that changed, like the way I eat, all this stuff. So they like, and I just love the thoughtfulness that they was thinking about me. They like, man, we want to take you here, but I'm like, it's cool. I said, you know what? I think it's meant for me to take y'all here. And they was like, all of them. It's for. They like, what's that? That made me even.
Yeah. Because I was showing my people some
y'all.
shit.
They walk in, mind you. All of us are born and bred Chicago kids. We're grown people. 2 of them got kids. They like, what are you talking about? We go in there. They dressed in the, with the blazers with the gold buttons. And they like, hey, welcome to the Chicago Athletic Association. I was like, yeah, we're just going to the gaming room. And I said, is Cherry Circle room open? They're like, what the fuck is this bitch talking? They're like, no, it opens at 5, but if you want a tour, I said, yeah, we gonna want one later, but let us go. Come around the corner, one of the girls who still worked there when I was there, she's like the manager. She's like, Sheeds, what's going on? She's like, are you staying in the Millennium Suite again?
Oh shit!
Because now when I come, I know I stay in the Millennium Suite.
I know that's fucking right. I like that.
But I like that because I'm exposing my friend. And when we're in there, same thing, bunch of white folks. And it's Christmas time too, so it's really
and it's
so they in there and they like, man, they said we did not know this was here. I was like, but now you do.
Yeah.
And your only job is to tell somebody else because here's the thing too, y'all. We walk into the gaming room. What kind of music they playing? I'm talking about bumping.
Usher.
Shit. R&B, hip hop, because what else they gonna play to give a vibe? And ain't nobody in there black but us for right now.
Did they look to y'all?
Awesome.
Do you know that white people like look to us sometimes in spaces to set the cool?
Yeah.
So like once you get into the space and you start dancing,
because when we sat down, old girl was rocking her shoulders.
Yeah.
702.
They're trying to, not the 702 shot. But I like that.
She was trying to get us off the
I like that.
It's like when we before we was in there, everybody was just kind of like playing the game stuff. When we walked in there, you do feel them. They do look to us.
They do, yeah, for sure.
But if they didn't look to us, they wouldn't steal so much. So
I agree.
So you gotta understand that. I know you didn't go to the PWI as much, but around the times. When we were at PWI, y'all had your own little.
We created that though.
That's what I'm saying though. But there's a difference between y'all PWI and my PWI.
Where'd you go?
UMaine, University of Maine.
And Maine. Okay, but still.
So when you say they in there.
But to our defense, and when I say our defense, all of us, a PWI is still very much a PWI.
Yeah.
We created safe spaces for us, but when I tell you we still went through some shit.
For sure.
And like, you know what I'm saying? We had to create, like we had no choice but to look for each other.
What we did.
That's what I'm saying. So look at it this way. Them
Did you play
under,
sports or something?
yeah, I played basketball.
I figured something.
It was under.
Because how do
I'm
niggas
like,
wind
how
up
you
in
get to
Maine?
Maine?
I'm telling you, I ask him
under-
that all the
It
time.
was under 100 black students.
No, child.
Okay, so just imagine this. I mean, we had Africans, people from England, like England. We had Canadians, but it was literally. It's to a point my coach called me Chicago. My assistant coach like, "Hey, Chicago." You see what I'm saying? So that's how you know there wasn't that many of us. And so when we come in, like you say, they'll be playing some shit in the cafeteria, and they'll look at us like this.
Because they want to see, they were like, is it okay?
Is it okay?
They was doing that shit in the museum.
Yeah.
And we in the exhibit that I told y'all about. I wish my friends would say, so y'all, I'm not a liar. So all this stuff, I just love telling stories and to paint a picture. But when I tell y'all it was this picture, we're all looking at it. And so the white girl and her boyfriend, they like,
Yeah.
you know, they're like, oh yeah, the blues and the. We come in, we see something totally different because I see in the picture what the rest of the black people looking at. We all like, damn, look at them. So automatically, these two white people think we talking about them because they got to make shit about them.
I hate that.
The black, you know, the security, they on each side because this is the art institute. Like, can't shit go down here. So the security guard, the black woman security guard, she just started busting up because my face is like, what the fuck is they? And she was like, I see what y'all laughing at. She was like, we love this picture because she said every time black people come in and see it, she said, I look for our reactions. And she said, it's always the same. So here go the white people trying to figure out what it is.
But we understand each other.
We understand each other.
We understand each other. That's like a thing, like a unwritten rule, unspoken rule, rather. Like, we be understanding each other. Like, I don't know if I'm sure you've experienced it, especially in the industry, but like some people come into a space and they automatically have a defense up when they're around other people.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's a certain look that you give. It's a certain head nod. It's a certain something that lets you know you with your kinfolk. Do that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And so I love, like, I don't walk into spaces with my black card. I just come in as my authentic self.
Exist.
And when I come in with my authentic self, who I am is already represented.
We exist. Just come in existing.
Just be me.
I mean, at the end of the day, you still always have to, and I'm pretty sure, again, you've been in the industry, you know this, like, you just have to realize people are dealing with some shit that.
Oh yeah.
Don't be you.
And don't be like, I get so many messages from people who be like, man, it be making me like emotional for real, because they be like, man, it's one thing to see somebody make it, but seeing you how you are, and when they say that, I know what they mean.
Mm-hmm.
I don't shy away from. I'm Rashida. She's the black girl, the God fearing girl, the girl from Chicago. I'm not afraid to be who I am, like 100%. And they've seen, if you followed my journey from like the mud, they've seen that I've never folded on who I am. Like how I speak. Yeah. You see people change, or my faith. You know how many people when I moved out to LA was like, you want to quit with that God stuff, and I was like, why? Because they don't. So I don't know. And I was like, well, then it ain't for me.
They want to eat salads too, don't they? Do everybody in LA just eat a bunch of sushi and salads and shit?
LA food ain't that good for people. That's probably all they be wanting because the shit ain't that good.
Everything else.
I changed my diet because of my own health, health things and my own health journey. But I cook a lot. But they really, LA food ain't hitting on shit.
I believe that.
They have like a couple spots. Like I love Erewhon and I love their farmers markets because they do. I will say they have some of the. Well, here's a fun fact: 80% of the country's produce comes from California. So the best, you talking about some good ass produce, G?
I believe that.
And so when they do be talking about salads and shit, you can get a fast salad, or they're very known for sushi and like because the ocean right there, and then they have a very large population of. I mean, Japan, 4 hours away, so they're. Yeah, I'm a person where they be getting mad because they be like, "What you mean the Mexican food better in Chicago?" I'm like, I'm telling you.
And Mexicans be right there in California.
Right there,
it still ain't the same.
It's not. it's they shit. Historically, it was theirs before the colonizers did what they did.
Not the colonizers. You right though.
But
distant cousins.
but yeah, it's
Don't do that.
Sorry.
Don't do that. Mexicans are our distant cousins.
They not
you ain't tell them that.
Nah, baby.
No, see that's the thing.
I don't think they are. I just think
If you ever
cousins.
go look at their statues, right? The Mayans and all that.
They the Asian distant cousins.
Like,
I'm gonna share something.
I think we all connected. Indigenous people are somewhat connected, but when it comes to black
you
people,
saying that, like, we are the founders of
everybody. But the reason why I'm saying they are cousins, if you actually go look before they were invaded by the Spaniards, somebody fact check me or whatever the case may be, but before they were invaded by the Spaniards, them motherfuckers was darker than each one of us.
yeah, because of what? Black.
Bingo. That's why I said they are distant cousins.
that's everybody. Like, if you look
Indigenously,
at
yeah, all of us are connected in some way.
I mean, I think, so one thing I will take from them, though, is their pride. And I think that's something that we need to get back to. Because
But you know what?
Mess it up. Their pride is unreal.
But they pride was never fucked with.
that's what I was going to
So
say.
that's why I just hate when we say what they doing, and it's like we are the only race of people who we never have had a pause, have not been. There's always something fucking with us. I just hate when we use them as examples.
When they
and mind
become
you,
the
I
martyr,
love
that's a
everybody,
problem.
but I hate when people say, and mind you, I feel you,
I got you.
but it's like, you know what they do, and it's like, hey, cool, but guess what? They wasn't fucked with like we was fucked with. They didn't get drugged up, and then after slavery and all that stuff, it's like it never. Even the shit we dealing with now.
I agree with you.
Which the election, like, I don't even want to get into that, just because now I'm glad that we finally all seeing who really got us.
What I will say, I believe everything that you're saying. Now, what I could possibly take away from what you might be saying is, I'm okay with looking at how they run their, and we could possibly take some notes from their group economics and stuff like that, their work ethic perhaps. But to say that like they are like it and we should I'm not doing that.
Let me clear it up.
Because they all doing what we got.
True.
Nobody is it. We don't know that we it. So prime example, how you was just explaining the museum. You see what you just did? You shared. We don't do that. Only a fool believes that they can't learn from their enemies. I'm repeat this again.
And they're not even our enemies.
Bingo. But only a fool believes that they can't learn from their enemies. When, as an athlete, when you have a game, you should go and study film, right? You have to learn something. Because with everything that we've been through since.
And even till now.
Right. So with everything that, I think the reason why we are in a state that we are is identification, acceptance, accountability, and choice. Identification is we fucked up. It's kind of like therapy. If you don't say that you fucked up, you're never going to fix it, right? Accepting it.
Where do you feel like we fucked up at?
We fucked up because our structure's bad. Our structure's bad. Everybody, by the way, hold on.
It's deep.
Everybody, I'm going to tell you. Please don't get upset so quick.
I'm not.
Everybody gets their shit from us. Because in Africa, first, it was group economics. The indigenous people here, whether it's us or, it was group economics. The Native Americans did group economics. So,
but who do you think okay.
He said that
they got I was going to say, we literally invented the barter system.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to explain. It comes from us. But somewhere along the way, we lost our way. And I think it's through slavery. But that don't mean we can't get back to it. So what I'm saying,
we did get back to it when we had
and then they did what? They dropped, they
Wall
burnt it up.
So listen, what I'm saying is,
and that was just one black. We had Rosewood,
we had
burnt it
lots
up.
of communities.
Chicago, burnt it up.
Right, that was one of 8, but that don't mean we can't get back. Because the one thing about black people is we always been resilient. We always dug out. But now we just gotta find a way to do it.
We've been in survival mode
We
for
just
over
gotta.
100 years.
And that's what I'm saying.
It should make us even better because
We are though. We just have never had. You see the point I'm making of like uninterrupted being fucked with. Everything you're saying is correct, there's not even you're not saying nothing wrong, and that's why another reason why I enjoy y'all shows because you don't have them people like man, no, it's like we're sitting here talking, but it's like we've never had uninterrupted. Like just let us
Leave
cook.
us the fuck
Leave
alone.
that part. Leave us alone.
Leave us the fuck alone.
Because you never not fuck with the greats. Your favorite player, again, I'm going to have sports references. Your favorite player gets picked on the most. People don't understand that, especially kids today. Your best player, the one that makes the biggest
Jordan. Even look at Beyonce.
They get picked on the most. You know why? Because that's what the fuck you do.
But you want to know what? I think, because I want to let y'all ask whatever questions y'all want to ask.
Where we at?
But what I do love about Beyonce, even though she's not a race of people, she's just her. I don't think there's a shift going on, and I know that people can say whether we want to blame it on the end of 2024, because God did what He had to do, did whatever. But even with that election, as a country, the numbers don't lie, and what I saw in Black people that day. All like the ones who are like majority of us, because the bottom line is the majority knew what we were doing. Sorry, excuse me. Is you saw who have us, and I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah,
you see a lot of us are what I like right now, because I can only speak for myself and those who know what I'm talking about. They feeling that we're focusing on us.
Yes, we are.
And I love it.
And we have to
when I
to
tell y'all I love it, and you're going to see this over the next 4 years, like us.
Continue to elevate.
Yes.
Continue to elevate. One thing I do say.
First 4 years? Sound like the first 4 years?
What first 4 years?
What first 4 years?
4 years that Donald Trump was in office. Me and you had a slight debate about this.
Yeah, I remember.
We decided to focus on us because we felt like nobody had us like us.
But the thing about it is, like, it shouldn't. What makes me upset, and people can, the facts are there. Obama did set up all this stuff for us to get.
I had this conversation
He
in that
did.
same debate. It just didn't happen during his time. But he ate from that.
Yeah. He said all that stuff that y'all think that Trump set up. He didn't set it up.
He laid that foundation.
The hate is what's bringing us together, which is crazy.
I'm not saying he did or didn't set us up. But what I'm talking about is he didn't set me up for shit. And I want y'all to understand what I'm saying as a black man. He didn't set me up for shit.
Explain.
I set me up. I decided to
I'm talking about on a vast scale, not just personal.
I decided to not, but this is why I'm saying it. I decided to not depend on the government for the first time of any help. I decided to do what my ancestors told me to do, is get the fuck up and make moves on my own. And I think as black people, we have, some of us, not all, some of us have gotten so comfortable with the system giving them what they're going to get that they don't realize I can go get a whole lot more shit. Without the system. So what happened when Trump got there, we felt like it was the end of the world. Oh my God, this motherfucker gonna come around, he's gonna be doing this, he's gonna be doing this, oh my God, he's gonna fuck the world up, he's gonna do this,
and he did. He did do a lot of shit. A lot of people died.
He didn't do no more than what Reaganomics did.
That wasn't shit either. Reagan was terrible. Trump was terrible. Here's the thing, though, just to add on what you're talking about, because I mean, no matter how anybody want to say it, politics play a part in so much shit. And for our brothers and sisters who are, because let's be real, if everybody was billionaires or millionaires or creatives or whatever, I mean, sure, it'd be great. But not even just on some black shit, just on a people shit, bro. The suffering was real. On some like we knew how to, but for example, my cousins who are still like, I didn't even know that they had checks coming, like what crazy whatever, like they ain't never worked. I'm in a way different tax bracket now where I said something the other day when my mom was talking about my cousins and we love them, but they like this mentality they have. It was irking me the other day. And I said, well, why don't you? She was like, man, I ain't finna do that because then I'm going to lose my housing. And I had to see where she was coming from because I was like, oh, this is some real shit. So then me and my mom was talking, and I was like, damn, I pay for that. Like,
But I think that go into what he's saying. I hate that part.
yeah,
Because it's kind of going into what he's saying. I hate I hate when I have to
but
agree
look,
with him.
I had to. No, I'm. That's why I was
Sure,
saying
dog.
I'm not.
Sure.
And mind you, I'm not disagreeing. I love the conversation of that
She's terrible.
because all this can help us. Like, we do need to have these conversations.
We do.
Of, like, because my cousin seeing me inspires them, and me. Mind you, I am proud to not be that person that has money now and then be like looking down, or because that's not right and it's not fair, and it's not even possible for everybody to be in it. Like,
And we've also
we
all
should be
came from
taking
a different
care.
struggle too. So like,
That
don't
part.
be looking too far
That
up.
part.
Like, don't be so far up that you look down.
And I love that. I love that about even the people who I'm surrounded with, where I'm like, nah, it was just a reminder of like, because they did have a different life that I had. My mom was like their mom. And now that I'm older, I see why my mom was like, because I'm like, man, that wasn't, it could have been a lot different. They wouldn't have to been dependent on housing or whatever. And then it's like, we just have to get to a point where we don't do that to each other. And where we don't, because that's a part of it too. Mugs be looking down and why they buying a new phone? They should. Why not? Damn, can they have a new phone? Like, don't, like, it's so mean. It's so mean.
I'm leaving in 2024, and it is something like that.
I'm ready to hear this shit. We gonna record it. We gonna pin it. What the fuck you finna leave in 2024?
I'm gonna leave in 2024.
I want to hear what we all gonna leave in
2025. I'm selfish, and what I mean is kind of like
good.
I'm focusing on my shit.
Please do.
Because something me and you go back and forth. We agree on it. I hate we agree on it, but it's a beautiful thing. You can't save everybody.
You can't.
People don't want to be saved.
Some people just like the attention
Bingo.
of you trying to say that.
So I'm gonna use an area. I don't think everybody in this area is like that, but I'm gonna use an area from my previous employment. I've been in places such as certain parts of Inglewood. I'm from Inglewood, by the way, 64th.
Sorry to hear that.
Lawndale area, East Garfield. I've been in those areas. Them people want to live that way. They do. They literally won't.
Until you show them a different way.
No, they know. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you know how to scam, I ain't saying pimp the government. I'm talking about real life scamming. You know how to scam, and you can make $100K in 3-4 months, don't do it. You know how to make $100K within 3-4 months, and maybe you lost one of your kids. You know the best thing for you to do is get your kid the fuck up out of here to give them a better opportunity. Not saying that you're guaranteeing that they're going to be better, but at least you can say, I gave you the opportunity to do something different, and you say, fuck that, we're going to ball out, and we're going to bring more attention to us.
We got to set the tone.
But I genuinely don't believe, and maybe it's because I'm an optimist, and we say this all the time, but I genuinely believe some people really don't know a different way.
They don't.
Nobody told them a different way.
You keep saying some.
Check this out.
You keep saying some, but there's also some who know what the
Check
fuck
this
they're
out.
doing.
We have to set. I want to say this and then won't let y'all go to whatever next portion. I don't know how the format is because I don't. But check this out, y'all. I'm so proud of him. My cousin just got. Mind you, this is a cousin of mine who, when I was going off to college, he was going off to prison for. We both was 17 at the time, 16, 17. I don't know, and he was with some friends. They did some shit. He spent 4 or 5 years in prison. Wow, literally the same course. Wow, it was crazy to me. And it
You
was
was in your jail and he was in his.
It was also like heartbreaking though, because I used to write to him, and it took him until last year. He was so proud. He got a job for CTA. He do the training. But all through then, he was really trying. Like, I used to be like, man, you gonna do it, you gonna get it. So I was so proud of him. Now, mind you, I'm seeing him this week while I'm home and everything. And I talk to him every time I see him. I'm nah, bro, what you doing? What you finna? I'm put this up for the kids, and then I'm gonna do this. And so I said, he still live over here, over this way. So I said, man, I hope in this new year you know, he was like, I'm trying to save and move, but he was told me, he was like, man, I be seeing you and you be talking to me, and it make me want to do better.
Yeah.
And because he and a lot of my family even said, like, you come back. We have this mentality of like, and I told Chanel this some years ago. She don't know this, but I had this thing. I printed it out. It's in my crib. It's something she said to me when I used to be on Facebook. And she was like, man, you said you was going to do this, and now you doing it. Because I had this thing to say. I was like, man, I'm just going to build black. I'm like in everything I do because I want us to have our own, like, I love what Issa Rae and all them like. That's how you fucking do it. Kev on stage.
Yeah.
That's how you even when people make fun of it, they be like, well, you ain't going. He was like, why y'all keep throwing that in my face? Like, okay, I'm this for us. Like, I run my own shit. The Kevin Harts, they're doing it.
People on, they're coming back.
We have to, like, I understand what they're saying, and I see, because that shit used to irk me too. I taught in schools where when the police used to come up to the schools because them kids was cracking cards, and I'm like, damn, it's a bit of like the no hope of I see no more than this, and then it's a bit of like this is all I know, because when you do go in them houses, the stories I have from teaching at Percy L. Julian and Harper and Hyde Park, it's some shit. Going to houses, and I was helping parents get jobs, y'all. So it's gonna take. We even in the season of Kwanzaa, it's going to take collective responsibility. Kuji Chakalea, Ujama, all that shit.
It is,
but it is,
Nia
and
today,
I want us to stop being like. I want us to have that balance, that like give each other grace, while at the same time be on our necks, be on our own necks. I love your energy of like we on our necks, but at the same time, but that's why black men and black women, that's how we are. Because y'all as the men are supposed to be the ones like, you know, hey, no, because think about it, we from Africa. There's different tribes all through that motherfuckers. We all from different tribes, but when we together, it's supposed to be on the necks, and it's supposed to be us like, hey, we know when to give grace. We're very great at that, and we need that balance, and we don't have it right now. Some of us have it, because when I came back here, I got emotional driving through my old hood. Like, my God, I can't, like, what? Like, even fighting, like, I don't know who the janky ass mayor is, none of that. I don't, but what I do know is that when we do get in these positions, instead of stealing 10 grand for your haircut, why not take? If I'ma steal, please believe you gonna see it all through the hood.
I'm trying to tell you.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you.
Tried to take
This part right here,
They use it for. That's
And I love that. I loved that was on national news, by the way. I love that y'all fought
at the pistols at old black men.
I saw people like
we not going like, but that right there. Like he'll tell you, I was.
And
at
y'all
the
know it's for a check, right?
Oh,
I researched all of it.
But you know what?
Washington had the right mindset because it was supposed to be some African immigrants coming over here at that time.
Yeah, but then it went to Minnesota. That's why it's the Somalis. But even them, they have it set up where they do when you don't hit. Let me just stay away from that.
When Obama was. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm just tired of us getting these positions on each scale, whether it's political, whether it's in the industry. I'm in the industry where I say no to so much shit. Y'all, I could have been more blown up than it's still happening. My goal was never fame, even though that's just that's just a part of what it is. My goal is to build black, doing what the fuck I love to do. But you got mugs out here selling their soul and selling their blackness. And if I was to drop some of the shit I said no to, people be, what? No. They want me to do this. I stand on integrity. Thank you. You should see the shit I see, where I be like, what? I've gotten up and walked out of shit, where I'm like, nah. And every time, God and the ancestors be like, see? Yup, and here's this. And here's this.
No, that's real shit.
And here's this, and we have to stop. I was so proud when I saw them like, nah, no.
You would have been so happy. Remember when was you outside? I think you were, when Obama became president, and we marched from like our rooms all the way down to the student center and then back. And we was just so proud, like that proud. That's how I felt being in that space, looking at these elder blacks, looking at these young. It was young people.
Like,
It was
no,
a
this
young
our
football
shit.
team. We're not
Shout out
going.
to the
It
Windy
felt
City
so
Dolphins.
good. It was the Windy
Shout
City
out to the
Dolphins.
Windy City
They
Dolphins.
was
Yeah.
not going. Like the parents weren't going. The neighbor, like the people in the my grandma was. It was grandmothers, grandfathers.
Because
Like,
it's their
oh
they
my
sold
God.
these seeds into this neighborhood. It's not
Yes.
their fault
That's
that
what I'm
we
telling you.
look at where the money gonna start. I want like if this for the people who are watching, man, be more involved in your neighborhoods because there's a
Yes.
budget every year. You can go down there and fight and say, "Hey, I'm tired of our streets looking like this."
Absolutely.
Did you know that even the amount of trees in certain neighborhoods, all of that is economic. Do you know that's a part of class and the oxygen in our neighborhoods?
He's gonna piss me off so
I talk
bad.
about it because I used to live up north.
Look at it's
The air is
flourishing.
different. The
It's
air is
different.
different
The
up
air is
north.
different.
And if you come up
And
north,
it's not
I see
just
that's different.
Chicago. It's LA. It's Atlanta. Pay attention.
So, like, y'all-
The
y'all
smog.
got the smog, yeah.
Look where the smog is in them neighborhoods on the map in LA.
Yep.
Black and Hispanic neighborhoods.
Yes.
It's crazy how so when people be like, it ain't yes, it is. It's tied into I just found out last night the damn game Monopoly was made because of racism.
Yes.
Didn't know that. I genuinely didn't know, but I found this out from the Art Institute. I was just like, research the street names in Monopoly, and see which one is man.
In grammar school, we had to learn how to play Monopoly in grammar school. My community was a pro-black community, so everything that kids won't hear now, we heard. I found out about the ice cream.
Yeah, the ice cream song.
Oh yeah, the ice cream song. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right. People like get the fuck out of here. I'm like, yo,
Very,
you know that?
very
So, like,
racist.
it's stuff that when we talk about sharing information and the reason why you should respect your elders because they have so much shit.
Yes.
So
to
much.
teach you
Yes.
to move much better in the future that is crazy.
Yeah.
And I hate the fact that right now we got such a big war between, especially men. I'm talking about black men. We got such a big war between black men and young black men and older black men. It makes me sick.
It does.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's a big disconnect.
But I'm telling you, I do think part of it is that you got older black men looking like they ain't got that much time here, and they're looking to get a bag.
And it's sad because both are dying at rates where we can't afford it.
Oh,
They
we
die.
can't afford it.
Both.
We cannot.
You know
No.
what I'm saying?
And if you can't see the effect that it has on society, go look at your local schools. Go look at your black teenagers.
As a black man that's in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel like you can help bridge the gap?
I stay connected with both. I know how to listen to my elders, and I know when to speak and when not to speak. I know how to disagree with them and be respectful. There's a difference with calling them a liar and saying, I don't know if I agree with that.
Or cursing them out. Or
So,
Oh my God,
but
that's
you know what that is? That's a lack of emotional intelligence.
Mhm.
So even when we're playing tough, I always tell my wife this a lot. You can't get in men business. That's even when a man is disciplining his son. You can't get in men business right then and there. You gotta pull me to the side after this conversation because you don't know why I'm having a conversation the way I'm having a conversation with him right now. And I think, no offense to women, I think women just have to take a step back. Take a step back and be a woman.
I think it's hard because we're so naturally protected.
Listen,
You're right. You're absolutely correct.
It ain't no harder than your grandma and your great grandma and your great great grandma. It's not hard. It's not that hard. You don't know what hard is. I'm saying there's a different level of hard because your great grandmother had to deal with the white man coming in here and abusing this little black boy. So you gotta have patience and understand that there's a chain of command even when it's not a chain of command. You wanna let that man be a man. And guess how you speak life into that man, and you get your message that you're trying to portray out of you into that man to go into that little boy. Because
I agree with the
chain of command.
The chain of command. And I also
Not saying you gotta agree with that. I'm saying you gotta.
I grew up in a house full of black love where I wasn't allowed to take out. Where now, I'm not with like God bless standing up for women and all that. I'm down for intersexuality. What do they call that?
Sure.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
I'm not talking about the other shit. I'm talking about.
Roles.
I hate when people throw up the feminine shit, and I'm like, no. I grew up in a house where, because whenever I would say that, they be like, you couldn't take. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I grew up with like proud, strong black men where I felt protected.
Yes.
That is why man, come on. That's why I love us the way because I grew up in a house full of black love where it wasn't just about women. So when people try to twist my shit up, I'm like, no. Sometimes my uncle cooks for us, and sometimes sometimes it was my mama. So my granddaddy when I tell you he had the best hamburger, and it was so many of us. We saw nothing but love. Yeah. But when I tell you, I've never been hit by no black man in my life because we got disciplined by the women, and the boys got disciplined downstairs by the uncles.
Never.
So I understand.
My dad had to whoop my sister one time, and it hurt my dad. And I told my dad, please stop.
Yeah,
my
because
dad was so fun. And imagine we got different mothers, but my sister was living with us. God rest her soul. But my dad didn't know how to be a dad because he didn't have a dad, right? Cool. But when he was in his preliminaries, right, when he was trying to be a father, he didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. My mother is an alpha woman, so my mama believe in whooping your ass. Mm-hmm. My mama old Southern, right, to a degree. And he was like, man, I don't want to whoop up, and I'm so tired of her fucking up at school and doing this on purpose. And he didn't realize that she was just seeking attention.
She just wanted, and that's the way to do it.
So I only remember him whooping her once.
It hurt him more than her.
Man, that man, I get my pop shake for being a deadbeat, but I seen the sincerity. I seen him being a father in that moment because he don't want nobody to touch his daughter. He don't want nobody to hit his daughter. Like you don't want that. Especially if you've seen it like abuse. Mm-hmm. And it was word that my granddaddy had abused my grandmother after he came back from the military because whatever they did to them over there had fucked them up.
What, PTSD or something?
No, I don't know what it was, but it fucked them up. When he came back home, my granddaddy was not the same, and they ended up dying from alcohol. So, like, I conclude and say we love y'all so much. A lot of us don't know how to love y'all.
But we're getting back to it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, all that
so
shit. No, for real. Even pay attention to I want to say just gonna be real because whether people want to believe it or not, the music, we talked about this too. We were talking about how the music has, I'm going to share something Minister Farrakhan had said to me too once. I love him so much. He was like, he said, once we learn trust, it's a done deal. Yes. He was talking about us as a people. Yes. He said, once we learn trust, he said, it's a done deal. He said, they already know who we are. Yeah. That's why they can't stand us. We got to know who we are. He was like, and once we learn trust, it's a done deal. I say all that to say in my blackest voice. I say all that to say the music since Kendrick, I'm not going to stunt. Since that whole, I know it started out as the beef and whatever, but Kendrick has always been a lyricist. He's always been smart. He's always been all these things. But I know everybody like the not like us. I love it. But the euphoria, where he literally was like, yeah, let me put all this shit. But it made people proud. It did something. Then the new album where he's not afraid to say, he's seeing what's going on in society. He's the one who called out not even just white comedians, but he was like, don't let nobody do it, even if you're black and you're doing it. Yes. So you're seeing the shift because people are falling in line. And then Tyler comes out with his joint where he's saying shit. Yeah. Well, he has his mother in the interlude speaking life to him. Yes. Yes. So I'm telling y'all, there's a shift going on. I love us as a people, but it broke my heart to see Dirk do this whole playing your face shit. And then still end up in jail. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to pray for him. Yeah. But we have to understand, it's real. What we are people of, you just said in the beginning of the show, man, we just know, we get it. We are connected through our vibrations. Yeah. And the more that we as a people know that we are, our hair, our joy, we're connected through our vibrations.
The way we
so why would you not think music does the same thing.
It does.
That's been the biggest thing. We did everything through music. We got through slavery
Ev-
through music. We escaped through music. We sang codes through music. People don't understand. And I
We
think that's
pray
what's
through
missing.
music.
Yeah, but
Yes.
that's what I think is missing. I'm a big music head, and I think that's what's been missing. So even when you mentioned Kendrick, everybody wondered why I love Cole so much.
Yeah,
I'm a
same.
Cole phenomenal, and it's like, damn, Joe, did y'all just hear Cole?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's saying some shit.
Yeah.
He's
I
saying
think
some
like,
shit.
man, that shit way
It's
better than what it is.
real.
But y'all don't. It's a vibration. Don't nobody want to hear what makes you think, because it's easy to not think. When you start thinking,
Yep.
you gotta work, and that's why I say, man, like some black people just fucking lazy. We want reparations for what our ancestors did, but what the fuck are you doing to try to help that? Because if you said it, well, if they give you reparation, they give everybody money, niggas just gonna go out and buy Cadillacs all over again. Niggas gonna buy Range Rovers.
Honestly, we
But
not
that's
only
not-
do we
I
need
don't
our
want it to
reparations, but we need to like. And I stopped talking on social media about a bunch of stuff. Like I just do it, but we have to have a plan before
Yes,
that.
that's what you always say.
Before that happens.
She always say she be like,
Non-stop. What's the plan? Everything to me is
We have to
what's
have a
the
plan.
plan.
And our plan needs to not be on no Instagram,
No,
Facebook. We have to do what Garvey and them was doing.
We got to
Yes.
do it in-house.
Please
We
go
have
to
to do it
the
in spaces.
Art Institute
Yes.
and see what I saw
And that's what
yesterday.
you can't save everybody.
No, you just Harriet couldn't save everybody.
Because everybody.
She was like,
destroyed by a motherfucker that they tried to save.
and that they trusted.
Yup, and they backstab.
That's that trust he was talking about.
Yes.
That's exactly what Farrakhan was talking about.
And
And
here's the
ends
thing.
up killing himself anyway.
And here's the thing. I heard so much growing up. I heard so many people give Farrakhan so much shit, right? And I was like, yo, he the only one that's still here. Him and at the time it was Dick Gregory, because Dick Gregory was a guy I followed a lot as well. But it's like
The girl used to be saying some shit though.
he been around.
Yeah.
He been here.
And he did it through his own way. Through
Yes. And he was giving you blueprints back then. The only thing changed is how quick the information travels.
That's true.
Nothing has changed.
That's true.
It's just new plans.
No, we just have to, like yesterday being in that museum, seeing the actual like shares of this man had his like I've come to read. The boy has got his own money.
Boy got his own
Garvey
money.
was not playing.
Not at
That
all.
he had shares of black. They hated him so much because he didn't need
Yeah.
them. He didn't want them for shit.
Yeah.
He had his own boats, everything.
I just told her about Muammar Gaddafi.
Seeing that shit,
Uh-huh.
seeing letters of him being like, "Thank you, da da da. Here's your shares." Here and then, like it was just so. I've always been inspired by him. He's one of my people, but like it's sometimes you gotta see the like seeing that shit in front of me, seeing W.B. Du Bois books, like
Yeah.
seeing Muhammad Ali on the front of like seeing all their stuff there, and it's like y'all we have to. I'm tired of the whole like we have to stand on integrity, we have to have a plan because we're gonna get what's owed to us because bottom line it's ours.
It's ours.
It's bottom line because I'm trying to I have to maintain them other folks get what they got.
Every
This
time.
we built the shit
Every time.
and we're gonna get it, but I do want us to have a plan so we can have what like we have to
An
have our
abundance
plan.
and not let it fail.
We have to let it.
Sustain. It has to.
I'm proud of like I'm so in the last week 4 black men have gotten head coaching jobs at HBCUs. We're forming our own pipeline. We Vic and another one for Delaware State and for it's one more.
Not the sports head having a
Yeah, it's 3. It was like 3 of them. It's Delaware State and it was somewhere else. Vic, I'm so proud because we need to form our own pipelines. We need to encourage each other. And shout out to Deion Sanders, who, let's not forget, less than 2 years ago, Muggs was off with his head. He was like, I'm just setting up. He was at Jackson State.
And I hated it.
I couldn't stand it at first, too, but then I
Wait, you
saw
hated
what
that
he
he
was
was at
doing.
Jackson State?
Listen to what I'm saying. I hate how people shit on him so bad. Even if he did want to go to a Power 5, right? Him being a black coach, taking these
Hall of
black
Famer.
boys, to not go on TV and get that check. He went to go do this. For whatever reason he did it. Maybe he did it because he wanted to protect his son. He his son not to go through a lot of that shit because he's seen it. But at the same time, because you can do two things at once, right? At the same time, he's showing y'all that black coaches can compete with everybody else with less than what y'all giving us. So imagine what happened you give us. So there's so much inspiration behind those type of things when you seeing NBA coaches.
And now he has like players literally equipped and ready, and the shit he instilling them.
I was just gonna say he another one that be talking some shit. And I
Wow.
like the level at which he's doing it. He's doing it to the masses, but he seems like
Opening
so cool.
up college
But
funds for them.
that's what I like. He's teaching them what to do with their money. He's trying to
not shaming them.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying we got too many people want to be a chief, but don't want to accept the chief role. You want the title, but you can't accept the role.
And we gotta have some Indians. Listen. I'll be okay with it.
It's gotta be Indians. Amazing fucking Indians.
Listen,
that chief role. You see what I'm saying?
So you done said a few names. You done said Farrakhan. And you done said Issa Rae.
I love Issa.
Listen, I felt so good seeing you in Insecure. I really did. But let's keep going. Anyway, outside of that, can you think of other people? Because I see you with black celebrities a lot, and I love to see it. It makes me smile. I'm a double tap it every time. But can you think of a time where like somebody in the industry has dropped like a gem on you that you won't forget, or just like an experience, even if it threw you off? Like I heard what was that, the Anita Baker, and how she whispered in Shorty ear and was like, "That's gonna be the last one you get." And it was like, "Damn, why you shading me?" Like Anita Baker was shady.
No, she was competitive. She was competitive. She told old girl, "That's the last one you gonna get."
It was an award.
It was an award. Who was it?
It was one Shantae Moore. I don't remember. It was like
she slid up on it. Her, Payton Bell was, but they did it with class, and it was good. I think it was.
So y'all asking, has that ever done been that?
a good or bad? It don't have to be a. It don't have to just like a
I would
gem.
say, like, and mind you, these are my peers now, and I'm proud. Like I look to the ones that I look to. I still remember Professor Tyre. He's one of my favorite professors. My Black Studies major. He would say, "Don't just go out here." You know how you could know the people who knew you was gonna be some shit.
Yeah,
he knew.
Yeah.
Cause he would be like, "Listen, don't just be out here knowing and I'm just gonna say how he like, don't be out here knowing motherfuckers just to know him." He used to say this to me all the time, and I'm like, "No, I ain't on that." He's like, "I'm just saying," like he said, the people you look to, the people you follow, like make sure they bout something they own. So it don't matter what that's why none of this other shit, it does not move me. I promise you. If God not in the details, if it's not integrity intertwined in it, if it don't make me feel a way, I'm not doing it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
To people who, like, I would say Erica Alexander, that's Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, and like, I mean, I'm around now, like I'm working with these people, but I would say Erica Alexander, man, was doing the award season. And mind you, this was my first award season because like we nominated for Emmys for jury duty and then Golden Globes for the other shit. Like it was just crazy. And award season in LA is crazy, y'all. It's like it's a big deal because that's our industry, and it's like it's the shit.
Not just the All-Star game.
And then we was coming off strike. It is. It's like imagine that.
I believe you.
So it's like, and then a lot of people, the strike. We were 7 months, and so all the award season got pushed to this one time because the Emmys are usually in September, but because of the strike, they had to push it to January. So you had the Golden Globes, the Emmys, and then they have all these other little things like Essence Black Women in Hollywood, the Independent Spirit Awards, every award that's like the award was like crammed into these 2-3 months, and then the Oscars. And mind y'all, these are big productions that have to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in my first one, and I don't have imposter syndrome. I just be SHEEDZ, and I remember Erica was like, I had met her years ago. What people don't know is Erica used to come to my shows when I was performing in Chicago. Because she has her own production companies called Color Farm, and she used to come in and just, be doing work, corporate work, whatever. And I remember she came to my shows, and afterwards, she was like, "Man, you funny, but you so brilliant." She was like, "You smart as hell." And then she was like, "Here's my number, all this." And I'm stuck, because I'm like,
of course.
this living single, I grew, what?
Beautiful, by the way.
And you know, you have
Like,
so she cold with it.
Locks. Oh my God. Yeah.
And mind you, just the whole like even like the scenario, because her movie was they nominated for everything. That movie that came out last year, it's called. I'm trying to remember the name. I want to Google it. It was with her and
I'll look it up.
she killed it, but she was nominated. I'm nominated for jury duty, all this shit. So we just to also show people like she been in the game for 40 years.
Yes.
I've been in the game for 10, 12, and look at where we both are together.
Mm-hmm.
So we get there and we're at the Vanity Fair party, and at just every carpet that we hit, it would always be. I would get there and then we're on the carpet together, it's like she would just come in and every time she would say something to me. She was like, "Man, see, look how brilliant you are, this and that." So it wasn't until the Vanity Fair party. So we there and I'm standing in this corner because I don't like crowded places. It makes me just feel I'm so Chicago. I always need to be, I need to know where to go at.
It's some E2 shit,
And
seriously.
and so I even when I was a little girl, my mom, we going to the mall, I'm straight. I like if it ain't outside, I really don't like to. So the Vanity Fair part is bussing. It's everybody is there. I'm in the corner just kind of looking out, just on some like, man, this is cool, guy, and remind us of what I do. And she came and I feel an arm go around me. I'm like, who? And it's her. And she was like, hey, you, what's going on? This and that. So we talking and she was like, you want to know what I love about you, She was like, you are a creative's creative. She was like, she's speaking life to me in this corner. She's like, you're always going to be doing something, but she was like, you always going to be doing great things because you know how to create she was like, not a lot of people can do that shit.
I like that.
And it was so cool. And I'm just like, and then just like literally 2 days ago, I had she did her recap on her. I dip into social media and then I'm gone. But I did then. I'm enjoying people's recaps because it was a tough year for a lot of folks, or whatever. And I'm like, if you out there listening, I don't give a shit if you did two things.
Be proud of your two
Be proud of
things.
your
Yep.
two things. So she posted her thing and she was like, man, this year marks the 40th years of my career and everything, and she just was speaking life. And I was in there so many times, and I had wrote on her thing. I was like, man, love you, sis. Always so proud of you. And she wrote back to me the same thing she said to me at the party. She was like, I can't wait to see what your brilliance brings in 2025. And she did the wink symbol and then the red, black, and green symbol because she don't play about us.
I love that. I like that.
And I was just like
that.
That's one of the people who I love Issa. I was just in a writer's room with her writer's room a month ago. Like, that's a person she always reaches, and she got some shit cooking. Like her, Bashir Salahuddin, the creator of Southside, the show that I'm on and I write on. Like, these are people who really spoke life, and even for the things I have coming out next year that I'm still like, okay, God, it's just. These people spoke life to me. These people, like, I always tell people when I say it with my chest, my first, like, the shit that put me on the map, 2 black men gave me that. Diallo Riddle and Bashir Salahuddin, 2 executives for Southside and Sherman Showcase. One was on Hulu, one was on HBO. They had an overall deal with Warner Brothers. They gave me my first shot.
I like that.
That's what I don't forget shit.
Y'all hear that, black man?
That's right.
I'm just saying,
black men putting black women in positions. Yes.
Just saying,
I don't mean to interrupt. Y'all hear that, black man? You see what happened when you give a black woman a shot? You see that?
We don't forget, and we don't forget, and we doing it together.
Doing it together. That's the togetherness. Yes.
Jesse Collins. Y'all know who Jesse Collins is? Because he cold. Like, Dion Harmon. These are, like, all them people I used to hate. I still can't stand it. But I take it, like, it don't bother me as much because I'm like, oh, these people do not know. Because you see all these comments, I'm like, y'all have no idea. Even when people be the normal folks, and by normal I'm saying people who do not know how hard this shit is or what it takes for your favorite show to be your favorite show. They're like, why they can't just write? I'm like, you have no idea.
But the naysayers. That's our common.
But no, they
I think it's just a lack of knowledge.
it's that too.
You know, everybody motherfucker produce until it's time to go produce.
No,
You
you're
can't.
Right.
Bingo.
You can't, because if you was, you would be fucking
doing it already.
But also, I'm tired of people not. We're gonna talk about how people don't read and that, like this whole society of it being okay to be dumb and shit. I can't get with, especially on when I see comments of like, man, well, can you please Google real quick? I get it, social media, you trying to be social, but at least be social and knowledgeable.
It's cool to be stupid. It's cool to let AI think for you.
But when they be, man, that's why, because this is so and so black. No, I'm like, these award shows, even like I've moved up in ranks with that because it like they're black owned.
They black on.
Jesse Collins Entertainment has produced, and mind you, he made the blueprint for a lot of this shit, the newer stuff that the white folks had to come. They got to come to him.
I like that.
Yes, like that's
like
like
that.
the Oscars, the Emmys. Go look at who produced it. Jesse Collins, a black man, and his wife, Deion Harmon. She like a big man. The Beyonce stuff, the Christmas, Jesse Collins Entertainment. 26 million viewers, bro. They keep making history.
I like that.
BET Awards, the last 5, 6, 7 years, have they do y'all know like the Grammys and all these other places be coming to them because they want to know what's y'all format for how you do.
We set the tone. We set the tone.
This is the shit people don't know. So when y'all hear people say like, "Man, this," I'm like, can y'all please read like who's producing this stuff and who's creating this stuff? Because it's us.
It's hard to do your research and realize that you're wrong. It's easy to follow a trend.
Then shut up.
No, they're not gonna shut up.
No, the whole review was like we boycott the Grammys. Or when I think Tip was the first person I heard saying we
Boycott Gucci. Yeah.
It's hard because it's so difficult for you to think, and it takes humanity for you to be wrong. And say I'm wrong. It ain't just all that bullshit about women is only women who don't take accountability. That's a lot of you men out here that don't take
That's
accountability.
crazy.
That's true.
There's human beings who just don't. Either you don't or you do.
That's why I say that, because that was the other thing I'm leaving in 2024. Like, I've already given women their fair share of education when it comes to us. Some of you men, you black men, it's time. It's coming in 2025. You motherfuckers been tearing up this culture for a while.
I mean,
no, and I'm tired of it because it's so easy to point the finger but not accept the thumb. So easy.
Because
we've been fucking up for years.
I want them to stop with the like what hurts so bad. Now I usually don't say hurt. I usually be like, man, what's so sad? But you want to know what hurts is when I hear our men say, well, that's because that single mother. Why was she a single mother? God damn it.
Black. You know what I read today?
Can y'all stop? Like I don't want to make this that, but I'm like, because that's not what this is. But I'm just saying I want that to stop, and vice versa. I want it to stop, but because it's like she didn't become. It's like that Boys in the Hood. Remember that episode? Remember in the beginning of Boys in the Hood when the teacher said what she said to her, and she was like, yes, his father. Or did you think we made babies on our own? It's like, y'all know who else used to talk to us like that? Them.
Yep. And
when you do that, it's like, it's just showing your, like, what's going on? Let's talk.
That's what I mean about them insecurities.
What's hurting you?
Absolutely.
For you to want to say that to you people.
We have to do work on ourselves.
I saw something today that was just like black women. It was like a football player, an NFL player, and he proposed to a white girl. And they had it in social media on Gossip of the City. And all you see in the comments was, that's because black women probably thought he was corny. That's because black women ain't worthy of being married. Black women don't know how to listen. Black women, and it was just blowing me to see. I'm like, baby,
to
if
see
you
that, and look who it be.
Just say that.
And also, come with the facts. 75. We actually marry each other more than what they're putting out there. 85%. It's 80. I just saw it today because I'm taking care of something for my own life, so I was looking at the stats. But it's like 85%. That's what? And you focused on this little 20%.
But it's easier to talk about.
Exactly, and it's easier to tear us down.
It
Yeah.
is. It's
I
that.
told you, I know you've been watching. I get black women shit, but you better not dare play with me with a black woman. Hey, look, I had my fair share of snow bunnies in college.
I know because you went to University of Maine.
Right.
One shell out there.
What was you going? You said it was 100 black people.
It wasn't even 100, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm not saying no disrespect because if you take it as disrespect, that's your problem. But I'm not choosing nothing over a black woman.
All right, which I just want to say this since this is show said on because of what he just said.
Yeah, talk to
He
me.
said I had my fair share of snow bunnies, but you can't say that. I had a problem with Jeezy during Kamala while she was running for president, and they had that town hall. Jeezy said something. He was like, a lot of the brothers I don't want to speak for us, but what's bothering us is her husband is white. Here was my fucking problem. That part. So here's my problem.
He said that?
Yes, he did.
I told you.
You can go on YouTube, and I was like, I said, here's my problem with this. You literally have Jeezy, besides the child you just had with a woman, not even just a Asian woman, because you could be with who you want to be with, but stop bringing the shit back to us because that Asian woman he married sexualized him and other black men.
Definitely
on
did.
national TV.
She
It's on the
definitely
record.
did.
Said that she would never date dark meat. She called y'all meat. And then she said, ew.
Some on the side.
Some
though.
on the side.
Yeah.
You married her. But the black woman who gave you the 4 babies in the trap house, you treated like shit. She didn't get the trips to whatever, but you're mad. You're having a problem before you casted your vote for her because whatever. But your question was the trust because of her. I was like, why is this even a thing?
Why is it a thing?
For you, of all people? Shit like that.
I think we all would have
needed to
preferred.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, it's still not to say, because everybody apparently has their fair share of.
But you get what I'm saying?
So
like,
my point is,
okay.
You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, that's what we. You know what? I don't even want to talk about this no more. You want to know what I want to share too? Because we're talking about black men.
Oh yeah. Wait, some just a light bulb.
What's up with y'all? In your life and in your personal space, do you have that black man to call your own?
I do not yet. I've had my fair share. And I want to keep it that way, but I am ready for my own black man. Like I've been ready, but it's like, excuse me, I've been ready. I am ready, and this year it will be. I don't know, I don't question God. I'm just like, I just be like, God, I'm ready, this and that. But it has been very hard in LA, especially the more I rise, to.
What type of package you trying to? What type of package do he need to have?
What's crazy is I'm a person who I just want him to be kind and caring and not take himself too seriously. I want him to be protective. I want him to be passionate. Like he's gonna have all the rest of the stuff, but and I'm not one of the women who's like, well, I got my own. No, I want us to build together.
Period.
I want us both to I'm not like that where I'm like, well, no. Now, of course, there's some shit where I know what to leave alone and trust me, I'm not settling for just anything. When I say I've had my fair share, I've been on some dates that were wonderful where it was not even about what he ain't got. It was just like, oh, you're crazy. Or it was like, oh, you're insecure. Or, oh, you're like, I dated one guy where he literally didn't listen. He literally didn't listen to shit I would say, and it had to be his way or nothing. I'm like, what would make you think I'm... He was misogynistic. Where I was like, okay, this isn't... That's when you be like, I don't like you.
You don't even want space for me.
Yeah,
you
like,
want your own world, and I come in here and there. Like, no, that's not it.
He want a dog.
But then again, I've had some of the most wonderful dates, but it's like y'all, I had a date that was so cool one time, like mind you, and every time he would take me to a place, he would be like, but I know you, and I'm like, but I know you probably been here before. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
security.
actually, I had
That's
that
the
part.
security.
So I'm like, there's no way. And mind you, I don't ghost people unless you like on some crazy shit. But I always will talk like if it gets to a point where because I see it coming, like man, I'm like, well, check this out. I'm not interested because I can see that this couldn't be no relationship because I'm only doing this.
Okay. And if you want to
And
keep reminding me
I've
of certain shit or bringing
No,
up
it's
certain
just,
shit, we can't go for it.
he's telling on himself that
Yeah, and I've been in
his
my last
first
relationship
thought is
ended off of insecurity.
yeah,
Off I ain't nobody want what you got this and that. I didn't even say anything.
yeah,
To where it was verbally abusive, where I'm like, and mind you, for those listening who may want to shoot that shot, I am like a healed queen. Like I'm so funny, so
Not a heel
fun.
queen.
No, because you have dudes out there who like, well, is you carrying that into the no? I leave that shit where it's
I
at.
like that.
I
Just
don't.
reflecting right now. You just reflecting right
Yeah,
now.
but I'm saying like
That's cool.
so and then out there in LA, which we talk all the time. 'Cause I was so excited to go to this Black Love. It's a dope page, and
He don't know
so
about our vision.
it's this. They was having a dating thing, like literally
Vision for us.
100 women, and it was private. It was private. It was like upscale. 100 women RSVP, 8 men, and they did the research on why. There were men who, well, I don't want to commit these, and mind you, that the age group was like from 35 to 45. They had different tiers, and if you could have saw some of the things, and they had wrote us and said we're researching on why this event didn't take place, and the bottom line
It
was
was like speed dating, right?
it was
Or something.
LA. No, it was like just singles come
Okay.
and like a night out.
Which is I think it'll be.
It was called the Black Love Experience, like a dating experience, because they canceled it because they wanted the same ratio of men, so you can, yeah, they do them all the time, but the LA one didn't, and they were like, we figured it out, it's Los Angeles. The men who are here, the women were ready. The ones they said we had to cut off women because of the venue size. They said, but the men were because they found out it was insecurities, intimidations, and they were like, and then they said the bottom line. They said Los Angeles, which I agree with, and that's why I was telling her, I said, because Chanel, no, I will gas her up. I gas all my friends up. Shit, we need to be gassing each other up.
We do need to be
She was
gassing
like,
each
I
other.
want to throw one in Chicago. And I'm like, you should, because it would flourish here. Because what I do see in Chicago and New York and Atlanta is it's different. Out there, you have a lot of opportunistic people. You have a lot of the dudes there who, oh, I ain't on yet. You may not never be on. I'm just being real. You may not, because I don't see what you doing different than the next. So look, why not we need our families and shit to flourish, but I'm ready. All them other women was ready. So, now I'm taking a different approach where I'm like, yo, I'm like, I'm not playing. You know how you said 2025, you are selfish, and I like, and I'm just not playing.
You're gonna meet him at the farmer's market.
Dang.
It's gonna be very organic.
I go every
You're
Sunday.
gonna be picking produce.
So as a
Right.
40-year-old man,
Thank you for
that's
speaking
real.
life.
As a 40-year-old
I
man,
believe it.
when you ready to like cut the bullshit, you go in places to find a
Yeah.
woman. A lot of men ain't trying to find a bad bitch. A lot of men ain't trying to find a motherfucker that's gonna twerk ass. They care, because when you hit 40, you start thinking, well, I say you living in your second life. And you start to think about things that you didn't think about before, like your health. You think about your peace, your stress level.
Your
things like
legacy
that.
is you leaving.
Yeah, but all that, even, so you want to build. Let me put it that way. And
But
you
that's
build a motherfucker that's always at kitchen and cocktail.
They at the
I don't
farmer's
do that, and that's what
market.
I go every Sunday.
Don't nobody want to eat that shit every day.
I just think I'm more so like I'm in that mode too. Like I know before I truly was like I'm like, man, I'm tired of this. It's I'm doing all these great things. I don't want to be doing them by myself anymore. I want my partner. I want my man. My all this. I want that, and I'm like I'm not ashamed or whatever. It's like I could definitely settle, but I'm not.
You're not looking for a woman, are you?
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Look, I don't have any problem with the alphabet.
This lady just sat and talked about what she.
What made you ask me
I'm
that?
tell
No,
you
because I
why.
want to
See,
know.
nobody want to get to. Look, I know this right now. I'm loving this woman
Okay,
conversation
listen.
with the man in the room, but I'm
Okay,
telling y'all, I'm
listen.
asking this for a reason as a brother.
Why are you
Some of these
asking?
brothers are asking some of these women be playing that game, but then they fuck around and go to
No,
the side. So I don't want you to
I'm
be a
put.
snitch.
Look,
I'm
you
making
know
sure
any beautiful black men who are
Let me
ready?
tell you something. Me,
You got my shit, right?
I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not referring because.
But see, it's that too. Hold on, can we talk about that real quick before I know?
For wasting your time.
But here's the thing. I'd rather you do that than y'all keep telling us I'm not. But and I appreciate that part because my cousins do it to me, and that makes me sad too. Because it's like
They ain't even
who
got
are
no hope in
y'all
them.
around? Like
They ain't
that's what makes me
They ain't
sad.
even got no hope in them.
So this is what I'm saying. You gotta be. I'm very honest.
No, I love that, but also you get what I'm saying.
No, because like some of my guys, right? Like you can't be my friend.
Because the white folks be ready to hook me up, y'all, and I'm
know
like,
they do.
I swear to God,
they do.
Half the white men dealing with a white woman that they don't want. It's very not just popular, but there's something that we take for granted that they're not.
No, I'm gonna tell you this too. I'm not disagreeing with what you said, but I'm gonna tell you why they know what I want. But my manager, for example, him and his wife, love them, lovely family, breaded, all his homies. He was like, I mean, I want to introduce this person, but you said you. I'm like at the point where, and I don't want that because I just truly love what I love, and I come from a black family.
Don't give up on us.
But I want to let you know, more of them come ready to hook me up than we do. And I have a problem with that because we have to get back to that shit. Or calling out or being like, hey, bro, this is a good. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm
what
saying.
She said maybe call out your friend that
maybe-
ain't shit and be like, damn, get your shit together so you can get this.
But I'm also saying this too.
I'll be on that.
Don't be quick to say not just, but you may never know. It could be someone you come across. That's what I'm saying. But we be so quick to be like, nah, and I'm like, damn.
How good of a friend I am. I've hooked up my homies with women, and I off the bat like, hey, don't fuck this up. Don't play. I don't give a fuck what happened. Don't play. Don't play in this arena. You want to play, go play with them because it's like the big bro little sis thing, not the new school shit. We talk about the old school shit. New school, they be cracking the tip. But yeah, I'm one of them. So don't waste our time because now I feel responsible.
No, I feel you.
And
I
here's the thing,
understand that.
so I don't have a lot of friends. Majority of my friends are married. So
That's the thing too. That's why I was like, I'm taking some different approaches. But I truly believe what you just said. I just want us to be more community oriented, where because they be hooking they
host the
people up.
event this year. You and I.
I will fly in.
You like that?
We accepting polygamy too?
Polygamy.
Yeah.
We are going to have a singles event.
Cool.
You just love just coming from back there with some
I
shit.
love covering my bases. So I might like right now.
So can I tell you how they set it up in LA? It's not just LA. It's called the Black Club. You should follow their page. They do there's different tiers. So they have like the black straight singles. Then they have one for LGBT black singles. Then they have one for like those who are and big, like they looking for what they looking for, whatever. They do it so that those people, because what sense would it make to have a singles event for people like myself who's like, I want a monogamous partner to build a life with, family, all that shit. Why would I want to meet somebody whose mindset is in a whole totally different polyamory? I don't want that shit.
Yeah, okay, that's why.
That's crazy. So you have to have different tiers.
So we're gonna have our event of just sing. We can do one of the events.
Start with the
Let's
one.
put together some singles and have an event.
I love that just singles. I love that idea because I heard so much that the dating pool today is shit, and I don't 100% believe in that because I'm hearing it from men and women. So if you know what you want, and she know what she want, what the fuck?
That's why it's like put these people together. You don't know who you. It may but it's gonna flourish. I'm gonna fly in for it. Hopefully before then I will be already spoken for.
You already gonna be spoken
I'm
for.
gonna be spoken for, but
She gonna meet him at
y'all have
I
my
told her that
support.
she could get her a Chicago man. I told her
I
that.
definitely don't want nobody from. I truly believe the person I meet, wherever I meet them, will either be from here or down south or
Yeah.
East Coast. They move different. I'm just saying they treat. I want somebody who's gonna treat me like how I'm worth and valued.
So that's what. Okay, we're talking about things that we're gonna leave in 2024 and things we're gonna do in 2025. That's one of the things that we're gonna write on our list as this talks for us that we're gonna do in 2025. Now, what's some of the things that you want to get rid of in 2024 and something you want to do in 2025?
Things I want to get rid of in 2024. I feel like in a very beautiful space where all the things that I already got rid of are already gone. So, things that I am doing in 2025 is I already don't play it by myself, but I'm like on some like I'm not playing about anything like
Nothing attached to you, huh? Just
the career, like everything I am doing will flourish.
Oh, that's right.
In the best of ways, with God in every detail. And one thing I was very proud of in 2024 is I hired more Black women and men for whether it was like on set, I was so proud of that because like we could reach to other places, but every time I was like, no, they got to be this, or no, I got this job for this, or oh, this writer's assistant job for this, or hair and makeup. I want these women where I looked at the end of the year and I was so proud of that because I'm like, we can do this, y'all.
We can.
So that was something I was proud of, but I also at the same time I went through a lot with people where it was like I had to let this go or went through this betrayal and was like, hey, you loved them this. I don't regret no love that was given, but this can't come along with me. So that's why I said all the things that I've let go, I've already let go. But in 2025, I'm just like, I've already reflected. Now I'm expecting.
I like that.
Reflect and expect.
2024, what you said and what you're getting in 2025.
So I'm giving away some trauma that has been on me since I've been a child. Some insecurities I'm letting go of, and being accountable for other people's shit.
Let it go. I'm proud of you.
Got to let that go.
I'm leaving other people's shit. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's your problem.
It ain't yours to carry, as my therapist would say. Shout out to Dr. Ryan.
It's not yours to.
She said it's not yours to carry.
Yeah.
She was like, that's why you feel like that, because it's not yours to carry.
And I'm not pointing to people. I'm not pointing to people with what I don't have or what I'm running.
You got to get them to overflow.
The overflow. Yeah, the overflow.
And I feel like it would have made me a bad person. But then I'm like, shit, I ain't got nothing for myself. So instead of asking people to be around me who going to recharge my battery, I'm just going to charge my own. And whenever my charge is at 100%, now you can use my charger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as 2025, I said it a while ago, 2025 is going to be amazing. I'm going into the year amazing. I had some losses in 2024, even going into 2024. Like, so my year is looking very different than it did.
The way you started and the way you ended.
Yeah.
I like that.
But, man, I just feel renewed.
Yes.
My energy is new. I don't listen to rap music as much because I'm so
Unless it's
vibrant.
Kendrick, right?
No, I'm more Cole.
J. Cole. I love both of them. He like, she going, I love him.
The thing is, I haven't
She
listened
been in LA a lot too, y'all. We gotta give her a
Well,
love.
no, I love hip hop and soul music. I was raised like real. My uncle was a real DJ, so I grew up listening to like. I'm talking. I know how to cut, bro. Like real music.
Not slat. Now we finna hyphenate you, DJ too. Come on.
Nah, like I'm saying, like
What's your DJ
music, film. Like I can recite over thousands of movies, not just black. Like I love the arts. It moves me. So it ain't even no West Coast shit. Like I love Kendrick. I love I still listen to the Roots, all that shit. It has to move me. Like I have to. Shit, I throw on some special ed. What you talking about? I got it made. I love real music. What? It's God's effects. They want facts.
I was listening. You know, I was listening to the other day. Heavy D.
Cause he cold and he can dance. I mean, the overweight lover, the dilly dilly D.
And the house.
Hey, but did y'all know Heavy D produced Beanie Siegel? Ain't that shit cool?
Yeah, I just saw that this week.
But I'm saying that's so cool. That's music.
That is.
But see, that's what I'm saying. So, like, even I haven't listened to Kendrick album, and I'm not. What I've been doing, I've been being very intentional when I do listen to music, especially rap. So yesterday I listened to Victory Lap, one of my favorite albums.
Yes.
I listened to Victory Lap, and it just gave me such a different about myself. She'll tell you I'm a Drake fan. I love Drake.
Okay.
But at the end of the, I'll tell you the heartbeat. I prefer Cole over anybody.
Yeah.
Cole, Hov, Biggie, Pac. That's how I am. And I love Pac. I seen the levels of Pac.
It changed.
You see what I'm saying? All Eyes on Me is not my favorite Pac album. My favorite Pac album is Me Against the World.
That's my favorite Pac album.
Me Against the World is
Picture me rolling in my 500 Benz. I got no love for these niggas. Ain't no need to be friends. Like, when I tell y'all, that's one of my favorite. Machiavelli and his Illuminati.
Yeah,
but
body.
Me
Against the World turned my whole life around. Me Against the World came out the same year as Reasonable Doubt, 96. I'm sorry. Machiavelli came out the same year as the first day. So, but I was already listening to Pac. But I learned how hustling from Hov. And our era was hustling at music. And then, like I said, when you come down, well, Biggie was slick, but now it's just cold.
Big could just, I know this is going everywhere, but Big was he could just rap.
Yeah.
Like, his flow was insane.
Like, what the fuck did he say?
But some of the shit that he said was
it was crazy. But you know what? I will say this. It was because I love Biggie so much, but back in the day, and what made Biggie dope, because, you're expressing what you see. When you listen to Ready to Die, which is one of my favorite albums ever, I had never heard anybody, black man, black woman, make a song about how they feeling suicidal. I'm just being real. Suicidal thoughts. That shit was so cool and then he found out other people was feeling like it was just talking about what he was expressing himself like. I had a thought.
It opened up another level of the community.
That part,
yeah.
And because they look how they looked at us, where it was like, what, he's feeling that? Yeah, we feel shit. We go through shit. Hey, yo, Big.
Especially like, first thing in class. When I die, fuck it, I want to go to hell. Because I'm a piece of shit and it ain't hard to fucking tell.
Right. He was just saying, and now if you don't know if art or whatever, you would think he's being negative. He's just expressing how he felt in a moment.
Yes. Which, that's the thing. Music, I always believe music should put you into a moment in time.
Yeah, it should.
And that's why nowadays this shit ain't working. So I do got a last question for you before we wrap this up.
In 2024, I want to get rid of. No, because you just tried to ignore me.
I didn't. I was going to say.
Okay, go ahead.
First, so go ahead, Gifty. I know you.
I want to get rid of some of my poor eating habits.
Okay, you got it.
I want to get rid of the mindset of me always taking a path of least resistance. Like, I would easily take the easier path than the path that requires more work. Because it requires me to get out of my comfort zone. It requires me to take some extra effort. Like, all those things. I'm a real, like, play it safe girl. Let's, you know what I'm saying? But I think in 2025, I'm going to do a better job of taking some risk, letting my energy guide me into the right spaces, into the right things.
You got it too. I want to tell you this. I see so many people who ain't on shit. All they do is talk. I'm being for real. Whoever needs to hear this shit. But I've known Chanel, no matter the bond, no matter, like, she's always been her. I want to tell you this shit. You have gifts that you just been sitting on for a while. Even the fact that you're like, well, this is just therapy for me. But all the things that you want to do, the event, I be talking to them, I'm like, do it. Literally, do it.
I was texting her my doubt. I'm like,
Just
it's probably
do
gonna be a
it.
lot of people. It'll probably.
I'm like, girl, and then I came back with the report. I said, just want to tell you the numbers for, and that's why we also need to talk and share these things. That's why I'm sharing with y'all like how they did it because why not? We're trying to literally build black love, black families.
We are.
But I was like, I'm like Chanel. They did the research. This is what's this. Y'all throw this out here. I promise you it'll be busting. And then she was like, well, what did they do? I told you what they did. I told her the fee that they were like, it wasn't that much, but they were to secure what they need to secure. I told her how they did the background, how they did the vetting.
She did.
You had to even make a certain amount. Because they like, we want these people to meet who, I told y'all everything. Do it. The health stuff. You didn't meet me before now. I've lost 88 pounds off of like health shit.
She has.
And counting.
She has. I would see your workout videos.
I swim 3 times a week. I cycle on the Peloton.
You was boxing.
I was, but I had a medical injury that I can't box anymore.
You say you swim.
I swim 3 times a week with my swim coach.
I
have, hold on. But hold on. I have protective hairstyle, so when I do take my hair down at night, before y'all try to attack our brother, here's the thing. He's not lying. We have to cut the excuses.
I agree.
As my grandma used to say, bullshit ain't shit.
Bullshit ain't shit.
I'm speaking life to you, Chanel, from a person who is still on her journey and have and mind you, my shit came from, I'm going to be real, I'll be transparent. I had a tumor in my stomach where I've been an athlete my whole life. I played ball too, soccer and basketball. And so when I got sick, I was like, what is this going on? When they found out what happened, I no longer eat red meat. I don't drink. I haven't drank in a year and a half. And before that, I was a social drinker. Mind you, I'm a whiskey girl. I go to the distilleries and all that. But I can't do that anymore. I haven't eaten red meat in a year and a half. I don't eat gluten. So being home for the holidays, I even thought it was challenging for my mom because, your mama want to make.
Oh, yeah, she want to make what she used to making.
But she made it the way I can have it because gluten causes inflammation for me. There are people who it affects. So after, the surgery I had where they removed the tumor out my stomach, they were like, yeah, you can't. They do these tests where they're like, this is going to set this off. So I was just like, no. When I say y'all,
more life.
I post my stuff, but people be like, you be like, I'm swimming. Like, I'm not as fast as the Olympians, but I'm swimming in Olympic-sized pools with my coaches. I'm in 5 days a week. I'm on the bikes. Then nature walks. You gonna do what you gotta do when you want to do it.
That's a fact.
Just say have shit in moderation, but just do it. The events, just do it.
Yeah.
The saying no to people who are not. I was there too. I'm telling you, people would just today somebody hit me up. Didn't even say fucking good morning to me.
I don't like no greeting, child.
They message still sitting there, and then they was like, "Man, I know you. I'm my bad." No, because people treat you and do to you what you allow.
That's a fact.
So ain't no more of that shit. And I'm going to let them know how I feel. If they hit me up again, I'm going to be like, hey, the answer is no. But by the way, this ain't how you do that.
Time's up.
Setting boundaries.
You have to.
And teaching. You're making teachable moments, too.
Yeah, we have to, y'all. We have to. Because my life, I'm not. So this new year, I'm really times 10 because I'm like, this person has to find me. I have to find him. That's my focus is that and me. And what the fuck I got to do for myself and us. So
I like that.
That you're prepared when you do get with
period.
For real. Because I've personally fumbled a move, and I won't fumble it no more. There's so much shit shit. I've been in some situations, and now I ain't gonna lie to you. As we bring this into a new year and all that, so I know I really do appreciate this. I hope.
I am so thankful you came.
Yeah.
You come in and I'm thankful.
I appreciate it. This was wonderful. Y'all have a great platform. It's very warm. It's very insightful. I want all of us to continue to talk to each other like this and to pour into each other and go after it for us. If it ain't for me, it's for us.
It's for us.
So
that's why we came up with the name that this talks for us.
Seriously.
It's for us.
Yup.
We need it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
What an
how I
outro.
can.
What an
Yes.
outro. Hit that last part of Me Against the World. No more too much stress. And then he snapped.
Yeah. You ain't got your lyrics together.
And I just want to let you know the name is mine. I take credit for it. That was a whole lot. I'm sorry.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
I'm sorry.
Y'all just.
You know, I gotta do something. I gotta piss off every episode. It wouldn't be right if we didn't do it that way.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you so much for your time, man.
Hold on, wait. It's that last part of this shit that he say that's cold.
I want to say too.
Hold on.
If you had is it one specific song that you've been listening to over and over again?
A song I can listen over?
Is it something
in your rotation right now?
Just now?
Gives you up. Oh, I needed that.
Oh,
I wanted you to tell me too. Make it short.
right now, wow, this is a tough question, but it is very good. Goddamn, I want to say
Mine lately has been T.I. Motivation.
mine's been TV off, Kendrick.
TV out.
Because it's what he said, few solid niggas left, but it's not enough.
Yes.
It's so true.
See, that's crazy because y'all's is hard. Mine has been Music Soul Child, Moment in Life.
That's beautiful.
I like that.
Also, one of mine has been the Delphonics, Ready or Not.
Yes.
I've listened to that. It's been TV off of Delphonics, Radio
And
Not.
mine still hood. It was Jeezy. Why y'all trip? So for me,
I swear to God, if you look at my playlist, them the last two songs.
but
That ain't got nothing to do with Jeezy.
no. But I'm telling you the two songs that I've been.
I'm sorry.
Hey, write that down because that's a good question for y'all singles.
I'm gonna tell you
I
right.
swear to God. Look how I got excited.
I want to give my proper just due. So some of this is some of their podcasts. We were just there. That's how we got here. Some of their podcasts. Shout out to Coach Mo. Shout out to Tease. They asked us what's our
Top five artists, yeah.
And by me being such a music head, you a music head, it really made me think on my way here, like, yo, what's one song to get me right?
You can know so much about people from that.
Yes.
Yeah, what they listening to.
Yes.
Yeah,
So that's
tell you a lot.
That's what it is.
And it's fun. It's like it has not. It's that other shit is so boring. Oh, so what do you do? Like, let me ask you this.
Let's ask some real shit.
Look at this shit.
Go ahead, end us out with that.
I just want to tell y'all how cold he was. He said, with all this extra stress and the question, I wonder after death, after my last breath, will I finally get to rest through this oppression? They punish the people that's asking questions and those that possess, steal from the ones without possessions. The message I stress, to make it stop studying your lessons, don't settle for less. Even the genius asks questions, be grateful for blessings, and don't ever change. Keep your essence, the power is in the people. In politics we address, always do your best. Don't let the pressure make you panic, and when you get stranded and things don't go the way you planned it. Dreaming of riches in a position of making a difference. Politicians and hypocrites, they don't want to listen. If I'm insane, it's the flame made a brother change. It was nothing like the game, it just made me against the world. Bro, he was like that.
This how you be getting it up on karaoke?
Yeah.
You finna get on somebody's track next.
And if the but that whole verse always moves me every time. Like, cause he's not
I'm gonna
lying.
listen to it now. Thanks a lot, y'all.
Yeah. Thank y'all for
Well,
having
we
me. God
appreciate
bless
you so
y'all.
much. It's me, Giz. This talks for us.